Good morning. My name's Mary Jean. I'm a member here at SMUUCh, and I wanted to personally welcome you all to Shawnee Mission Unitarian Universalist Church. Whoever you are, whomever you love, wherever you are on your life's journey, you are welcome here. We're so happy that you've chosen this sanctuary and time, and that you're here is something to celebrate. We extend an especially warm welcome to our visitors. We'll be waiting to chat with you at the welcome desk after the service. Remember, we were all newcomers once. And if you're joining us online, please say hi in the chat. We now invite everyone to rise and greet each other.
Good morning. We have a few announcements this morning. First of all, every first Sunday of the month at SMUUCh is Celebration Sunday, when we celebrate you, birthdays, our volunteer of the month, and anything else that is worth cheering about. As the offering plate comes around today, we will be participating in the candy mix-up, which means that a plate of candy will float past you and you will grab your favorite piece of candy, and then after the service, find the table with your candy represented on it and then make new friends at the table. Feel free to keep sitting at that table with your candy crew for the rest of the month to see if new friendships spark. Also, there is a sheet cake today and also a delicious potluck lunch. If you have someone who you think should be celebrated, nominate them for Volunteer of the Month, please. Think about it and go to the front desk where you can write down or use a QR code to nominate them. Thanks for celebrating with us today. And now we have an announcement from Jen Lacey. Sorry.
All right, we're not getting there quite yet, because I have an announcement about the Scouts. Our church has an opportunity to support the Scouts in our community. Mentors are needed for the Religion and Life program. This is a program in UU identity for students ages 12 to 17 who want to learn more about Unitarian Universalism. This program pairs each student with a church member who will act as their adult advisor and help them learn about UU faith, including beliefs, history, and structure. This is a wonderful intergenerational opportunity for our community. We currently have 4 Scouts interested in completing this program, and it will start around the 3rd week in August. If you are interested in learning more, you can chat with Tim Todd. If you would stand up, please. He is happy to share more with you if you have questions.
Good morning, everyone. We have a team effort to ensure sufficient seating in the fellowship hall for the potluck lunch. And part of that effort is that there are many folding chairs here on the stage. And after the service, if a few people want to help load those folding chairs on, there's a chair cart that's right outside by the stage entrance. The stage entrance is that way. And so we're just going to throw a bunch of folding chairs on the chair cart and roll it over there, and hopefully that'll be enough seating for everybody, plus what we've already got in the fellowship hall. And despite my appearance, I'm not one bit frazzled. I just want to say that.
And now we have our Donate the Plate recipient to give a short presentation on who our plate will go to today. Her name is Jessie Kendall, and she is a foster parent recruiter for the Kaw Valley Center, which cares for children and families in crisis.
Thank you so much for having me here today. I am with KVC. We don't really go by Kaw Valley Center very much anymore because we are in so many different states that many Kansans don't know where Kaw Valley is, let alone someone from Kentucky. Our goal is to make sure that every child has a safe, healthy home to be in and a safe, healthy community. And we do that in many ways. We have mental health services, family prevention services. We support kids as they enter into foster care here in the northeastern part of Kansas. And we also support foster and adoptive parents. We do have adoption specifically for kiddos who are in foster care. Right now, there are around 6,000 kids in foster care in the state of Kansas. And what I found is that many Kansans don't know that our foster care system is very strapped. We are overwhelmed. We have more kids per capita in foster care than most of the other states. So we need help in all kinds of ways. If you want to move to the next slide. These are the ways that you can help us. Obviously, our big ask is for foster parents. We need foster parents long-term, short-term, even just to provide childcare for our kiddos. We also need adoptive parents. There are 500 kids in the foster care system right now whose parental rights are terminated, and they are looking for their forever home. We have so many kids every year that age out of the foster care system without a forever family, and so we're always just seeking that. But that's a really big ask, right, to take that on. So there are other ways that you can get involved. You can donate today. The donations are going to go towards helping kids with back to school, being able to buy shoes, being able to buy those new outfits, being able to have the school supplies that they need to start the school year, and to not feel like they don't belong because they don't have the things that they need. We also take gently used items, so clothing, beds, bikes, all kinds of things, car seats. We do accept car seats as well. And those items go to support our families. The misconception is that foster parents get so much money for taking care of foster kids, and they do not. If you are a relative and you have a foster child placed in your home, it's only $10 a day. And if you've been to the grocery store lately, you know how far $10 stretches for these families. So donations help us so much to be able to supplement. You can volunteer with us, help us sort those donations, or even just be a trunk at our trunk or treat in the fall. There's so many ways to get involved. And then advocate for us, honestly. Just let people know that we're here. If you find a family that's struggling with infertility, mention foster care, vote accordingly. How you vote really does impact what's happening with our families. All of the different policy changes and things that are happening right now are going to impact all of our kids in every way, from immigration, LGBTQ, SNAP, Medicaid, all of it is going to impact us. So advocate for us. And next slide. And this is a QR code that takes you to our website so that you can get involved. I'm going to hang out after service. Thank you so much for having me here. And, just come ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer. I'm an open book. So thank you guys.
All right, now we can boo Jen for resigning.
All right, please bear with me. When I accepted the DRE position 3 years ago, I was looking for an opportunity to teach with more freedom, but I was most excited about having more flexibility and time to rest after experiencing burnout in public education. At the time, I could not have imagined how many wonderful people I would meet and how much we would learn together. My time at SMUUCh has been full of new questions and perspectives, spiritual practices, and imagining new possibilities for myself and this world that we share. But at this time, my path as an educator is leading me towards something I have dreamed about for nearly 20 years, opening a small schoolhouse for children rooted in radical education, community, nature, and play. Actually, a lot what we do here. So near the end of the summer, I plan to leave SMUUCh and open PH Community School. PH Community School will serve middle school students in my neighborhood of Pendleton Heights in downtown Kansas City. I am grateful for so many experiences here, but a few stand out that I want to acknowledge. Daniel, this is where you can start playing underneath. I'm kidding. The first group of people I got to know were the members of the 8th Principal Group, and I can't imagine a better group of people to introduce me to UUism. Your willingness to learn difficult histories, ask hard questions about the world and this church, and reflect on your own participation within white supremacy culture continues to challenge me and make me proud of this community. I am grateful for our RE staff and all our children. You are magic. Our youth might be the most loving and accepting group of people on earth, and listening to you sing for 4 straight hours on the way to the most recent YouthCon doesn't change my opinion. Creating last year's winter solstice pageant with Daniel, Rev Rose, and our children was one of the most meaningful experiences that still encourages me to look for the portals in my life where I can learn and be transformed. I feel so incredibly lucky to know and organize with the Women and Femmes group. I am confident that when we gather together, we are creating a culture we were never intended to have. And Rose, this job has been incredibly rewarding because of your friendship and trust in me. Thank you for your presence, seeing the ways that I wish to grow, and knowing when and how to push me towards that growth. I have learned so much from this community that I will take with me into my next classrooms. Thank you for your friendship, creating a safe space for me to heal religious wounds and learn alongside you, and showing me love and care in my most vulnerable moments. I am grateful for every moment you trusted me to create a learning space for this community. Thank you.
She's not leaving for a couple months, so everybody can just chill. Also, I was joking with her that now that I'm not her boss, she'll find out just how dark my sense of humor really is. Our opening words today come from trans author and activist Alok V. Menon, who says, "It's not that I don't do small talk, it's that I can't do small talk. I'm the girl that they ask, 'How are you?' And I'm like, missing everyone I ever loved, constantly hurt by the callousness of a world that reduces me to a body, and mourning the loss of everything I could have been. How about you?" James Baldwin said that love takes off the masks we fear we cannot live without and know we cannot live within. Come, let us be real together. Let us be loving together. Let us be imperfect and proud of ourselves together. Come, let us worship. Please rise as you're willing and able for our opening hymn 170 in the gray hymnal, "We Are a Gentle, Angry People."
We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, angry people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a justice-seeking people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are gay and straight together, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, loving people, and we are singing, singing for our lives. We are a gentle, loving people, and we are singing, singing for our lives.
Me. As Alice, Beth, and Betty, not Beth. As Alice, Betty, and Charlie come forward. Hey, guys. We invite you all to join us as we recite our covenant. Let us affirm that love is the doctrine of this church, the quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant with one another.
Could we have all the children come forward, please, for our time for all ages? Hi, guys. Hi, Sam.
Welcome.
Hi, Arjun. Hi, everybody. Hi, Clea. It's nice to see you all. Hi, Nolan. It's nice to see you.
All right, welcome. Today we are going to talk about pride. Does anyone know what it means to be proud?
What's it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah, you're happy, you're very pleased that you did something. Yeah, that's a wonderful definition. Something I'm proud of, this church has given me a healthy sense of pride around my role as an educator, which has given me the courage to take this next step, to start my own school. Rev Rose, what are you proud of here at church?
I'm proud of so much at this church, but something that, well, I'll say two things. First of all, I'm very, very proud that retired ministers are part of the congregation. That makes me feel so proud of the community. I think that means and says a lot about us. And I'm really proud of our wildflowers. I know because every time I come to church, I just think, wow, is that the church I work at? I mean, I just feel so pleased and happy every time I see those beautiful rainbow of flowers at the front door.
All right, children, can you think of anything you're proud of as a church? Things we do at church that you're proud of?
Yeah? That we like working as a community. Mm-hmm. I'm proud that we celebrate things like Pride Month. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else? Well, we actually wanted to see if any of the adults wanted to share anything that you guys are proud of about our church. Yeah? Amanda said she's proud of how everyone loves her child in all of his glory. Yeah? That all the teachers are nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah? How we allow all cultures and races. Yep. Anybody else have something they're proud of that they want to share? Proud of our shelter. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The shelter and the pantry. Yeah, that's something we should really, really be proud of. Yeah. Public activism. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Proud of our staff. Me too. Yeah. That we have a strong women in femmes group. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, proud of safety for children. Yeah. One more. Even though it's hard, we're not afraid to talk about money. Yep. Yep. We do talk about hard things. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Proud of our music program. Okay, one more. Ed. Proud to be here. I'm proud that you're here too, Ed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm proud of Jen too. So, something that I'm proud of here at church is that we do our best to follow our processes. I know that's not as exciting as celebrating Pride Month, but in many ways it is in my heart. And something that we do here is that we elect our board members. Do you guys know this? That we're a democratic process is one of our values, which means that, like, for example, I as a minister, we don't have like a bishop who placed me here. The congregation called me. And so that means that the congregation voted to have me be their minister, and then we vote to who is going to make decisions for us. So that's the democratic process. So today we're going to actually do something that we've never done before, and we're going to do a litany of commissioning our newly elected board members. The congregation is going to be asked to rise during this litany at some points, and you'll see slides that we've split into speaking parts for the left side and the right side, right down the middle aisle. There will also be times for the children to speak, and there will be times for the elders to speak, and I'm going to leave it to your discretion if you are an elder. And also there will be a time for Tall in the Fall to speak. Tall in the Fall is a group that we have that takes care of the diversity of our earth and our people. And so anybody who loves the earth, anybody who loves her people is welcome to join in for the Tall in the Fall part. So kiddos, I'm gonna ask you to follow Jen and smush over there by the piano. Daniel said you can't get on the piano. And now I would like to invite next year's elected board to please come forward and stand here. Shawnee. These are the people who have been called to serve us. Will the congregation please rise and join in the commissioning of the board? Please speak with me. We charge you to be guided by love and courage. We charge you to affirm the dignity and worth of all persons and to champion the rights of those who have fewer, that this might indeed be a free church open to all people. Now just the left side. We charge you to cherish our spiritual diversity and to help us to live together so that we are strengthened rather than divided by our religious pluralism, so that we might truly cherish the integrity of each individual and search for truth with reason as our guide. We charge you to honor our past without being bound by it, that we might be mindful of our past, yet draw on modern knowledge as we respond to the spiritual needs of persons. We charge you to hold in your hearts the needs of the wider community in which we live, so that we live out our devotion to the common good in community, nation, and world. And now, does a child want to read this? Does anyone feel comfortable reading? Shall I read it while I stand amongst you?
Will you think of us and your future in every decision you make?
If so, say we will.
We will.
And now, elders, please read.
Think of our legacy in every decision you make. We will. Will you think of the earth in every decision you make? We will.
Members of the board, you are charged with keeping sight of the big picture and holding our vision, honoring our past and guiding us towards our future. Are you ready and willing to accept this charge? Do you, the members and friends of this congregation, affirm these elected leaders as volunteers who need your support, your participation, and your appreciation, as well as your caring and your concern? If so, say, we do. We do. Now let us speak together.
Grateful for your willingness to take on the responsibilities of leadership in our community.
We affirm your calling
And vow to support your ministries of leadership
in
every way we can.
We encourage you to take care of yourselves as you take care of us. And remember that you are part of this community, even when you lead us. In response to and as a sign of this affirmation of your call to service, I follow in the ancient tradition of anointing you with a delicious lavender-scented oil that has been blessed in the name of all that is beautiful, true, and good. As this oil absorbs into your skin, may you absorb into your soul all the love and good wishes that surround you in this moment. For all that has been, thanks. For all that will be, yes. Blessed be. Thank you. You may be seated. You guys can go back to your
in peace, go now in peace. May the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go.
We come to this place to see and be seen, to teach and be taught, to hear and be heard. I invite you to reach over and nudge the person sitting next to you, reminding them and yourselves that we are gathered here in peace and authenticity and intention. We also come to this place to share our joys and sorrows. If you have a rare joy or a profound sorrow, please come forward and briefly share in 2 to 3 sentences and light a candle.
I'm going to toot my horn a little bit. I'm Karen Burgee, and as of yesterday, I have made it through all kinds of hills, valleys, and whatever. And I am now 69 years old.
We talked about being proud. I'm proud because this church saved my wife and I's life.
Hi. I just want to say happy Pride to everyone, and that I am so proud to be a part of a community where my daughter can live her truth authentically and find space here to discover herself in the way that she was intended to. So thank you and happy Pride.
I don't know if this is a profound joy or sorrow, but I've been working on genealogy. I've been trying to find out where my Irish roots are, because I want to go there. And so I found that my second great-grandfather, John Brophy, was from Ireland. I'm from Galway, Ireland. But I also found out his wife, Eliza, my second great-grandmother also, died at about the age of 36 in New York after having 4 children. Shortly after that, the 2 older boys went into the poorhouse. And then a few years later, they were all back together as a family. But it really brought home the immigrant experience. Like, our families came, and kind of that's what their life was like a lot of the time, I think. So anyway, it was great to find out, but also sad.
It's still happening today.
Hi, I'm Amanda. Mine is of joy. This week, my husband and I celebrated our 8th wedding anniversary, which is really nice. And I'm just really happy to have him. Without him, I would never have had our child, because I need all the support I can with him, and I'm just so glad that we get to have a family together, and it's just been greater than I could have ever imagined.
I light the remaining candles for all the joys and sorrows that remain unspoken in the silent sanctuaries of our hearts. Please join me in song.
We hear your words, we witness your life in all of its heaviness, in all of its brilliance, and we carry your joys and sorrows in a shared heart.
Let us take a moment to come more fully into this place. However, you can become more aware of your body. Maybe that's putting your feet flat on the floor, taking a deep breath, relaxing a little, noticing an area that's tense or tight, letting the bustle of getting here melt away, come into a space of reverence for all that is our lives. May we be filled with a loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. Please remain seated in this space of peacefulness as we sing those same words.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be filled and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. And may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may we be happy. May all be filled with loving kindness. May all be well. May all be peaceful and at ease. And may all be happy.
This is a poem by queer poet Chen Chen entitled Summer. You are the ice cream sandwich connoisseur of your generation. Blessed are your floral shorteralls, your deeply pink fanny pack with travel-sized lint roller, just in case. Level of splendiferous in your outfit, 200. Types of invisible pain stemming from adolescent disasters in classrooms, locker rooms, and Toyota Camrys, at least 10,000. You are not a Jigglypuff, not yet a Wigglytuff. Reporters and fathers call your generation the worst, which really means queer kids who could go online and learn that queer doesn't have to mean disaster or dead. Instead, queer means splendiferously you, and means someone who knows that common flavors of ice cream sandwiches in Singapore include red bean, yam, and honeydew. Your powers are great and growing. One day, you will create an online personality quiz that also freshens the breath. The next day, you will tell your father, "You were wrong to say I had to change, to make me promise I would, to make me promise and promise."
Our Deepest Fear by Marianne Williamson. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest all that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we're liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others.
Happy Pride Month. This month, we celebrate the beautiful teachings that are brought to us by the queer community. This is about being proud of who we are and what we can do, no matter who we are or what we have done. No matter if we are gay or straight or sick or able-bodied or young or old or locked up or on the outside, undocumented or citizen, addicted or clean. This is indeed a radical idea, as radical as universalism, that we each have an inherent worth and dignity, and that part of that dignity is being proud of who we are, having a healthy sense internally of self in relation to others and within the great web. In my wonderment about pride, I asked the staff this week their thoughts, and we had a deep conversation. We talk a lot about deconstruction in the office, which is a process of unworking religious trauma. Deconstruction means to uncover and look at the teachings you were given, perhaps in your formative years, and doing work to discern what treasures you can keep and what you need to let go of. So this week, the staff and I found ourselves talking about self-love, ego, the 7 deadly sins, hubris, queerness, expression, and pride. And several of them shared how they were taught when they were young that if they did something good, or if they were good at something, that it would have been thought of as unbecoming of them to be proud of themselves. For example, Jen Lacey was to bypass herself and say it was God who deserved the credit for making her good at volleyball. It wasn't her working for years on her skills and showing up to every practice. She was supposed to keep herself small and stay humble. Not to build an identity around a healthy relationship to her worth, but rather believe that because of her original sinfulness, she should not feel that she had done something good. It was God who did the good. But now if she did something bad, that was all her. I do not exaggerate when I say that she believed that to be proud of herself would have been a sin. And why wouldn't she believe that? Many of us have been taught that pride is not only one of the 7 deadly sins, it is the worst, the sin from which all others flow. It is said that pride in yourself is the ultimate hubris. Hubris means to play God. It means to say that which belongs to the divine is actually me, me, me. And thus, especially for people who grew up in high-demand religions, there has been placed in us the idea that when we do something that affirms our identity or something that makes us special, that we ought to bypass ourselves in honor of God who is working through us. This is called spiritual bypassing. And all of this takes place in an internal battle inside of ourselves that so many of us struggle with. So many of us experience this persecution of our inner saboteurs, whispering shame and smallness to us. Did you know that before Christianity came along, in Judaism, sin was only ever an action? You had only committed a sin when you had done it. But when Christianity came along, they took sin to a whole nother level, not only by introducing eternal personal punishment in hell, but suddenly now to have committed a sin, you only had to think it. Therefore, even in your internal world, your very thoughts and ideas became punishable. This makes me think of those of us who have OCD or religious OCD, anyone who has anxiety, who suffers from intrusive thoughts. We already feel disturbed by our thoughts, but then to have an added layer of believing that we are sinning and unlovable, well, there's no privacy, which is one of the characteristics of an unhealthy relationship. No wonder so many of us are grasping for a sense of control. Religious trauma is very real. People in our midst are struggling with a sense that they cannot be proud, that to be proud even secretly inside of them would disgrace all that is sacred. When really, and listen to me when I say this, being proud of who you are blesses what is sacred. Because each of us holds within us a unique light that needs most of all our own love and most of all our own affection and appreciation. It is from this healthy sense of self and this healthy pride in ourselves that we are freed. For if sin is defined as a separation from what is sacred, then to play it small and meek or to overcompensate and play it big and mean all stem from that primal spiritual injury on the self. I know in my heart that the queer community has given us so much, and pride in the self is at the very heart of it all. For queer people have been told that we are literally disgusting pariahs whose pure love for others is an abomination. We carry so much shame and anxiety, And that type of hatred speaks to a deeper hatred that affects us all. What would it mean for us to be proud of ourselves, even with our imperfect bodies, even with our aging bodies, even with disabled bodies? What would it mean to be proud even when we are told that we are less than human and deserve to be tortured for immigrating? What would it mean to be proud even though we've done what we never, ever wanted to do? I wonder, what would you do differently in your life if you were proud of yourself? Like a deep, loving, healthy sense that you have some inherent worth and goodness inside of you that deserves softness and compassion and care. What would you be able to do? What boundaries would you be able to set? What would you be able to feel? What expressions would you be able to make? What work might you be able to do? To look for examples of healthy pride, we need only to look to the out queer people in our midst. Our trans sisters and brothers and siblings who say, this is who I am and I'm proud of it, and you should be proud of yourselves. We need only to look to the people who lived through the AIDS epidemic, sitting with and giving dignity to their friends and lovers as they died suffering physically and psychologically and being told they deserved it. We need only to look to drag queens who are huge and loud and booming and bright and fun, to all the people who dare to be proud amidst othering. For being proud of who you are is not a sin. It's a virtue. And all the others flow from there. A healthy pride in yourself that is developed lovingly and relationally could only be hard won through intentional healing work, through communities that affirm the inherent worth and dignity of every person and act like it, and by knowing so deeply in your soul that you are part of all that is holy, that this interdependent web of life is woven in and through you, and how dare you disgrace it by being ashamed of something as beautiful and unique as you. A healthy relationship with the divine says we each have that light inside of us that can be cared for in so many ways, by the universe and by others, but most importantly, by ourselves. For as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give others permission to do the same, and we're liberated from our fear, and our presence liberates others. So be proud of yourself. Hold that head high and appreciate you for all the chutzpah it has taken to move through these stages of life and these traumas, and for all the ways that you've showed up for yourself and others in the most impossible of circumstances. Be proud of the ways you've made beauty and music out of hurt, and the ways you've alchemized trauma into love. Be proud that you love yourself enough to come to church, that you love yourself enough to smile and be vulnerable and keep living this precious, tragic life as though we could make beauty out of it, as though being proud of who you are was a type of beauty of its own.
The work of the church depends on us, our generosity of time, wisdom, and financial resources. Today, we invite you to give generously to support our Donate the Plate, KVC, and the ongoing work of the church. The offering will now be given and received in grateful appreciation of our shared values. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Please rise as you are willing and able for our closing hymn, number 121, in the gray hymnal, We'll Build a Land.
We'll build a land where we bind up the broken. We'll build a land where the captives go free, where the oil of gladness dissolves all mourning. Oh, we'll build a promised land that can be. Come, build a land where people together, anointed by wisdom, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll build a land where we bring the good tidings to all the afflicted and all those who mourn, and we'll give them garlands instead of ashes. Oh, we'll build a land where peace is born. Come, build a land where people together, anointed by wisdom, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. We'll build a land building up ancient cities, raising up devastations from old, restoring ruins of generations. Oh, we'll build a land of people so bold. Come, build a land where people together, anointed by wisdom, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream. Come, build a land where the mantles of praises resound from Zion's faith and must like walls of righteousness and her people. Oh, come, build a land like we see. Come, build a land where people together, anointed by wisdom, may then create peace, where justice shall roll down like waters, and peace like an ever-flowing stream.
This week, take a little bit of attention to your pride practice. Perhaps this means simply noticing first even the smallest things in your lives that you are proud of. Go in peace.